So what captured your heart for the missional call? Like when you,
Yeah.
like, was it your senior year that you discerned to be a focused missionary, or what was the process there?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I decided in my time at St. Thomas, but what really bookended that experience of college for me was a mission trip at the very beginning and a mission trip at the very end.
Oh, nice.
And the Lord used those two experiences to really call me into mission, but also to help me see how I need to be on mission here.
Yeah.
Because when I first thought, like I want to be a missionary for the rest of my life, I thought it was going to be foreign mission. I thought it was going to be away in some other country. And he eventually called me to serve here, which has been
What were those
amazing. So my senior year of high school, I went on a medical mission trip to Haiti. And that was probably the most impactful experience that I've had with mission trips specifically. We were setting up pop-up clinics, and I think there's something about, like you encounter somebody, probably everyone has this experience, especially on mission trips, but you encounter somebody and you remember their face forever. And there was this man, we were working in a clinic one day, and there was this man that came in that had a mask on his face. And at the time that wasn't strange, now it's like everyone does, but he came in and he had a mask on his face, and I didn't speak Creole. And so I went over, and my job was to pray with every single person that we saw. And so I went over to pray with him, and I was holding his hands, and he just started weeping. And I couldn't ask him, like, why are you crying or anything like that. And so I just finished praying. And later the provider that saw him told me that he was weeping because he had an abscess, like a deformity that was growing out of his face. And his family had taken him before their village, publicly humiliated him, left him. He had been sleeping outside for 2 years, and he was weeping because he had not been touched by another human being in 2 years. And so when I was holding his hands praying with him, that was the first time he'd been touched in 2 years. And it just broke me because I'm like, I can't even imagine what that would be like. But yeah, I can, because when I came onto campus at the University of St. Thomas, I was looking around and I'm like, some of these people know the Lord, but some, I look around and I heard this clear call or this voice of like, Nicole, within each of these people that you're watching walk across campus is that man, and they haven't been touched by my love.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
so
about that touch.
First call. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I just
That's
love
beautiful.
it.
Thanks for that witness.
Yeah, that just like your senior year too. Like that's awesome that you were able to have such an experience at such a young age, and I think that's so important because I think sometimes we just run after the American dream so quick, and we don't take time to like have those moments of encounter where you encounter other people before you like, hey, we plan our life almost before we've actually experienced life, which is, and those things, it's like, man, okay. I remember a mission trip I took in 7th grade. It was like, I mean, I was just a 7th grader, my daughter's in 7th grade now. So like, you're like looking at her like, oh my gosh, like my life was changed when I was your age. And because I went on this mission trip, and it was like, it was like, I saw the poor, and it was almost like, even as a young kid, like nothing else matters, like other than helping other people. Like my heart was just broken for people that like, I want to give my life to others. And I think that seed of mission happens when your heart is like, it wants to be poured out like Jesus's heart wants to be poured out.